have to be realistic about, why we don't have enough money or as much as the other brands to make it look that bit hotter, that bit sexier. We can't afford 80,000, 100,000 pounds for fashion shows, or to put certain, bums on seats front row. So there is a genuine challenge there, I think, in terms of the budgets for image making and marketing. But you've followed the industry and been really very much a pioneer in this area. What would your advice be to the ethical fashion industry in terms of upping its game in terms of imagery or styling or advertising to make it more covetable?
You never told me you were going to ask that.
Sorry.
But actually, off the top of my head, what I do know from the work that I've done in emotional sustainability and challenging unachievable body ideals is that there are so many people in the fashion industry who are uncomfortable with unethical promotions. And when we can reach them as individuals and empower them to make a small shift from a personal position, we can unite them in a collective. And I think one of the things that tends to happen is that people feel they're stuck in a system and they feel disempowered, which is why an alternative belief system is crucial, and why, to a certain extent, individual invitation, empowering the individual to make that contribution. So, I would say not that you don't do that and haven't done that already, but actually it's an invitation to the person you most want to work with to help you bring to market what you need to bring to market. Because everybody wants to make a contribution. We want to feel, especially if we're working in fashion, that our lives have meaning and purpose, and that we are contributing to what it is to feel good about being human, and contributing to other people's lives. So I would say, and not that you're not already, because I've seen you do it shamelessly, approaching people and saying, come and help. You want to. But actually maybe incorporating more ambassadors who can go and do that on your behalf and bring the talent back. Let's talk, let's turn that on its head, and let's talk, maybe you have an answer to this. For all of us, and certainly in austerity culture, budget is crucial. How can we invite people to switch or make changes in their lives that are on a limited budget, that mean that they can make a contribution to slow fashion, but possibly they can still feel very engaged with what it is they love about fashion itself and the opportunity for change?
Well, I think as an owner of People Tree, it's an odd thing to say, but I think we ought to be buying less fashion, and we ought to be buying more second-hand, vintage, upcycled, and then when we do buy something new, of course it should be fair trade, organic, sustainably produced. So it's really more buying something that has true meaning and purpose and value addition. Yes, I think people are really rethinking their closets, rethinking how they buy, and looking really to buy something with much more longevity and meaning.
Hashtag slow fashion book. Don't forget to put something out there to your communities. So if there was something, mindful of the time, and we've got lots of speakers, as a final point that you wanted to leave the audience with, and maybe we'll have questions later to Safi, or are we taking those now? Can I have guidance? Do we want to do that now from the audience, or should we do it at the end?
Just at the end?
At the end. Okay, so if there's one thing you wanted to leave our audience with tonight, what would it be?
I sent the book to 4 producer groups around the world: India, Bangladesh, Kenya and Nepal. And I just want to tell you a little bit about some of the kind of feedback that I got. And what was exciting was that the Bangladeshis were the first to come back, always the first to come back. You know what they're like, really tenacious. Look, Safia, if we have better stores to sell our product, we can empower more women, more people. We can build schools, we can build clean water facilities, we can start microcredit programs. From Kenya, there was such an excitement about, we need to tell the story about who's making the product. Can you please tell people more? And again, that I think comes back into the kind of campaigning side. And then from India, from Tara, who have been working with child labour for so long, Safia, we need to get the story out. And I think it just comes back to the campaigning nature of the work that all of you in this room have been doing, many of you for 10 years or more. So I think, really there's just so much excitement from the field that this book is not about, something that's happening in the UK. It is something that is needed to develop a much fairer trading system. So I just want to talk to you about the passion of the artisans and producers that have seen the book today.
Fantastic. Ladies and gentlemen, Safia Minney.